Hi everyone and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Gansai Tambi Pearl, Gem and Starry Colour paints. So these paints, first of all, are watercolour paint, but they actually act a little bit like gouache paints in that instead of drying matte on the page like watercolour paints do, these actually dry with a very nice glossy finish, a sheer finish over the top. And the more water you use, the more opaque, the more translucent they will be, sorry. So if you use only a little bit of water, very similar to the fine tech paints, if you use just a little bit of water, you're going to get a really nice thick opaque swatch. If you use loads of water, you're going to get a really big translucent wash of colour that's very thin, and you can just play about with them and use them in all different ways depending. Obviously with adult colouring books we try to use as little water as possible, so you can use these paints and get a really high opaque finish with very little water. So Gansai Tambi paints, the usual standard paints, come in a set of up to 36. I've reviewed them on my page before. I'll include a link below so you can see that review if you want. But these are like the 6 special sets. We have the pearl colours, which are a kind of iridescent, pearlescent colours. Then we have the gem colours, which are very bright, very vivid. They do have a lot of sort of glittery sparkle in them as well. And then the starry colours, which are your golds and your metallics. So 3 different types of paints. They're all individually sold in these sets of 6, and there's no other sets at the moment that you can get. So these are the 3, and then obviously the standard set. Okay, so I'm going to break into one of them now and we'll have a look. So these are the pearl colours. They come in this beautiful little box. It's almost like a chocolate box or a makeup box, and you get all of the names on the back of each pan of paint. You got a little bit of telling you about how to activate the paint and stuff. If you've got the fine tech paints, then these react very, very similar to water. So you pull this tray out and it's absolutely beautiful. So we've got the 6 pans here. They are loose pans, so you can just pull them out with your nail. There we go. And you can take them with you anywhere you want. As you can see, underneath we have the name, and on the top as well. So you can just remove these pans if you want to take them away with you. Portability, absolutely brilliant. So we have in this set the pearl pink, the pearl scarlet red, pearl lemon yellow, pearl may green, pearl cobalt blue and the white gold. So I'll just pop these over here for a second. We'll get the next set out. So this is the Gansai Tambi gem colours. And these are incredibly sparkly. You can also use these paints, if you're into it, to do your calligraphy. So you can put loads of water in them and they work like a calligraphy ink. But as you can see, here are the gem colours. We've got gem red, gem pink, yellow gold, gem green, gem blue and gem violet. And again, all the pans are always loose so that you can just pop one out, take it with you. If you're working on a very small area, very small desk, you might not want all these paints out everywhere, so you can just take the pans that you need. But yes, these are incredibly glittery, very, very vibrant colours. And finally, we've got the Gansai Tambi Starry colours. And these are golden pearl tinted colours. So here we've got blue gold, red gold, yellow gold, champagne gold, light gold and white gold. Now you may have noticed, if you were quite eagle-eyed, that there are a few duplicates in these. There are 2 duplicates and I'll just show you. So we have in the gem colours set, the yellow gold, and also in the starry colours, the yellow gold. And then in the pearl colour set we have white gold, and we also have that down here in the starry colours as well. But that's only 2 duplicates, so you're still getting 16 individual colours if you do get the 3 sets. So they're all quite different. These ones have pearlescent shine, these ones are very bright and glittery, and these ones are obviously your metal colours. So how do we activate these types of paint? Well, you get your water and you just add a little bit to the pan, just like that, and just let it sit for a few minutes. and that is going to start to activate the paint underneath. So you don't need a lot, just put a little bit on to activate it. There we go. So as I said before, if you want a very, very thick, opaque colour, you use less water. If you want a very translucent wash, you use much more water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across this white and black paper and see how they actually look when you're colouring with them. So a lot of colouring books do have black paper, so you might want to use these in there. So I don't know whether you can see, but that's really nicely sort of activated now. You can see the gold, sorry, not the gold, the glitter sort of going around, swirling around, and we've got a nice bit on our brush there. So this is the pearl pink. Make sure we've got loads on the brush. We're going to go all the way across and see how they look. Absolutely stunning on black paper, but surprisingly really quite nice on white paper as well. So as you can see, it's a beautiful bloom of colour, and also you get on the black paper a very nice silvery tone as well. So absolutely beautiful on either paper. I'll just bring this up to the camera so that you can see. On the black it looks really kind of like a silvery colour with some pink sort of included, like a little tint, whereas on the white paper it's far more pink. But as you can hopefully see where it's drying there, you do see the silver as well. So that's the pink. Let's try the pearl scarlet red. So I'm just getting this pearl scarlet red on the brush. Actually quite a lot of water on there. I'm trying to use a little bit less. And then you can see just how beautiful this colour is. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, on the black, quite silvery with just a hint of colour. And then on the white, very, very thick, opaque, beautiful colour. So I'm going to run through all of the different colours so you can see what they look like. And just have a look at this water. Can you see all the shimmering, swirling particles? Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to move on now to the Pearl Lemon Yellow. And I'm just going to swatch all of these out so that you can see firsthand what they look like on paper in real time. I absolutely adore this Pearl Lemon Yellow. It's very, very light, very fresh, very subtle as well. It's not a really bold, vibrant yellow. So now we're going to the Pearl May Green. So these would be ideal for those of you who are wanting to get coloured paints that aren't as in your face as a lot of other kind of very, very vibrant palettes. Say for example like the gem colours, these are super vibrant. These colours that have been chosen for this particular set are very subtle, very light, very kind of springtime, you know, lovely subtle colours. So here we've got the Pearl Cobalt Blue. You can just see this beautiful, beautiful shimmering finish that it gives. Absolutely stunning. And finally, we have the White Gold, which is like a pearly white colour. It's not quite bright white, it's off-white, but it's very, very shimmery. Wow, that really shows up amazingly well on the black paper. Even on the white paper, this would be absolutely incredible to use on your colouring books. Certain areas that you want to be really shiny and shimmery, you could really water this down so that it's not very opaque at all, and use it over the areas you've already coloured as like a finish, a shimmer finish. So that is the pearl colours. I'll just bring this up to camera for you to see. So really impressed with how these look on black and white paper, but I think these really hold their own in the white paper, which is quite surprising because usually with these types of paint they're very, very dull on white paper and they really show up on black, so that's really good that we can use them on white as well. I'm going to get another piece of black paper now and test out our other colours. So let's turn this around. And the next ones we're going to try are the beautiful gem colours. Just look at these. Again, we're just going to be activating each pan. It's still got a little bit of white on there. Hang on a second. Oh, so you really need to make sure you've washed your brush. There we go, that's nice and clear. Okie dokie, right. So let's see how these look. These are very vivid. They also have that pearlescent shine as well, but just not so much. It's more colour than pearl, whereas the other ones are more pearl than colour, if that makes sense. But absolutely beautiful. So making sure that they're not too wet. And then let's see how they look. Ooh, so this is slightly different. I actually think I prefer on the black paper these particular colours. On the white it does look slightly dull, still quite shimmery, but on the black it's really, really shiny. Let's test out the others and see if they're the same. Look at this, I've got to update you with this water, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's try the gem pink. Getting lots of the colour onto the brush. Lovely. You can keep adding layers as well. If you're not happy with how it looks initially, you can just keep adding those layers. But yeah, I would definitely say that they're the opposite to the pearl colours. These actually look better on black. Let's try the yellow gold. Okay, so I absolutely adore that on the black, but it's also really nice on the white, this one. I will be bringing it up to camera so you can see it a little bit better. Actually, I'll zoom in slightly. I just don't want to zoom in too much because it can distort the image. But yeah, that's really, really nice on both, actually, that one. So that's a good option for either. Now trying this gem green. Okay. Wow, so these colours are just amazing on black. Let me know in the comments what you think of the different types of paints that I'm showing you today. See which ones you like, if you want them all, which you probably will, if you're anything like me anyway. Oh, that's a really nice blue. That is beautiful on both. It's a very deep blue, that one as well. You know where the pearl colours were very light and subtle? These are very, very deep, saturated colours, if that makes sense. So they're not a tonal colour, they're very sort of primary coloured, if that makes sense. All right, we're going on with the gem violet now. Just pushing the paper up a little bit so you can actually see, because you know what I'm like. Right, here we go. This is the gem violet. Ooh. So again, that's one of those that looks brilliant on the black, not so great on the white. Let's bring this up to camera so that you can see. So here we've got the red at the top. Just trying to move these in the light so you can see what they look like. We've then got the pink, the gold, the green, the blue and the violet. So I would definitely say that the swatches on the black are the better half, but this gold in particular is beautiful on both. This would have been a great alternative to the fine tech paint that I used on my Johanna Basford Honeycomb page. Okay, let's go again with our third and final set, which is the beautiful starry colours. Get a little bit of black paper. Turn this to the side. Okay, here we go. So just wetting our paint pans for the third and final time. Okay, so really we didn't actually need to do the white gold and the yellow gold because we've already seen those, haven't we? So we'll just skip those and do the others. So first of all, we've got the blue gold, which is a really interesting name for a gold. I can't see any blue in it myself, but I'm sure there is some blue pigment in there somewhere, and that just alters the gold very slightly. So let's see what this looks like. So this is blue gold. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous on both, really. The difference is that you see much more gold on the black than you do on the paper, but actually on the white paper it really does have a really nice sheen to it. Just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So these are brilliant. This is probably even better on black than the previous ones, actually, I think. Let's try some more colours, see what happens. So this now is the red gold, which is much more of a bronzy type of colour. Stunning, absolutely stunning. You know what's brilliant about these? Not only are they beautiful to use, but they're actually much cheaper than the fine tech paints, which everyone raves about. And fine tech paints are brilliant, don't get me wrong, love them, but they are quite expensive for what they are. So if you can find a cheaper alternative, I'm sure that you'll be interested, because I definitely am. This is champagne gold. Loads of the paint there. So I've skipped the yellow gold because we've seen that already. So champagne gold. Oh my God, what a colour. Wow. That is beautiful. It's almost, it's like a silvery gold, but it's got like a cream in it as well. Absolutely beautiful. And then finally, because we've already done the white gold in previous, we'll go in with that light gold colour, which is number 905. Okay, move the paper up a little bit. Ooh. So this is, it's quite similar to the champagne gold on the white paper. It's a bit lighter, but on the black paper it is much golder than the champagne gold. Just do a few more layers over it so we can see really what it looks like properly. So here are 4 out of 6 of the starry colours, because we've already seen the other 2. So you can see that they're incredibly shiny on white. These are really opaque as well, and if we just compare them to the gem colours, they're really quite translucent in comparison, quite faded. These are really strongly metallic. And then over to the first ones that we did, which was the pearl colours, you can see how when you put them in the light they turn almost white, and that's the pearl element that's in there. Whereas the gem ones, you put them in the light and you can still see all of the beautiful colours. And then these gorgeous metallics, and look at these metallics on the black. Absolutely incredible. I love that champagne gold colour. It is really nice. So we've swatched all of them out now. Zoom out a bit. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think these are absolutely beautiful. Let's see what happens if we add loads and loads of water to this champagne gold. Because up till now we've not used much water at all, so we've got quite a thick wash, quite a thick swatch. But now if we want a very thin swash, let's see what happens. So you see how you can just get a lot more area done, but you've still got all of the beautiful shine that you would have even if you did it very, very thickly. So absolutely gorgeous. As I say, I can really imagine in colouring books using this white gold as a very thin wash over the colouring that you've already done. Let's give that a go. So I'm just lifting a load of white gold onto my paintbrush. Absolutely beautiful. So I can't say enough about these paints. They're a lot cheaper than the Fine Tech. They work almost as well. I think the Fine Techs are slightly more dense and more opaque than these, but as a comparison, definitely hold their own. And I absolutely love the packaging. I love everything about them, and I hope that Gansai Tambi will be bringing out more types of paint, more sets as well soon. So how much are these? Well, usually for a set of 6 of the Fine Tech paints, you're looking about 25 quid. For a set of 6 of these Gansai Tambi, it's around about £12 to £13, which is a huge difference in price. And they really are worth it. As you can see, they look beautiful on both types of paper. All the colours show up really well. They're all really shiny, metallic-y and beautiful. And there's nothing more I can say about them except you will find where to buy them in the description. I'll leave all the links there for you below. Do let me know what you thought. This was just a sort of quick test review, sort of messing around with them to see what they're like. Yeah, let me know, and don't forget to click the thumbs up on this video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.